Let's talk a couple games here. We got the Atlanta Hawks and the Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic, I don't know what to make of this team. I'm glad you get to handicap this game and not me. We got Atlanta -4.5 with an over-under of 232.5. What do you make of this Hawks and Magic matchup tonight?
Yeah, well, I'll start off and say out of the two games I'm talking about, this is my least favorite one. But clearly, everybody knows if you've been watching the NBA, the Hawks have been probably the hottest team. So it is really hard to go against them. And on the other side, the Magic have been quite the opposite. I mean, they did get a win last night versus Suns. The only other win they've had in the past maybe like 10 games or games that I can remember is a small win versus the Kings. So it's been a team that's not been playing well, even though they've been needing these wins. They're right now in the 8th spot, a half a game from the 10th spot, also 2.5 games from the 5th spot. So even though they've been losing, they're still right there, and you're going to get effort. Um, I thought yesterday was a good spot for the Magic. They did end up winning. I kind of have a feeling that this is one of those spots again where they're going to hang around. You look at the Magic this year. Yes, they're on a back to back, but that's where they perform well all season. I believe they're 9-4 straight up. And the coach even acknowledged that in the post game interview yesterday. So I think you get a good effort. They're usually good in this role. It's just really hard to go against what Atlanta's doing right now. But if I had to, I would take the Magic on the side. And to what I'm saying about the standings, it is important for both teams. I talked about the Magic, the Hawks. They're right now in the 5th spot, only a half game ahead of the 6th, 1.5 games from being in the play-in tournament. I think because of that, you get a really good effort defensively from both teams. I see the total came down slightly. I agree with the way it's going.
We'll move on to the Celtics and the Heat. I've kind of gone back and forth. What's the biggest surprise team? Is it the Celtics or the Heat? I think it's the Celtics. I can't believe that they're this good and that they got Tatum back and that Tatum looks as good as he is. I would total swing and a miss on my part from predicting how the Celtics season would go. And here they are, 5-point favorites against this Miami team. Miami team just blew a game to the Pacers. We're just openly trying to lose and pulling starters and pulling play. Like, just guys, stop making shots. And somehow the Heat somehow lost to them. So you got Boston only -5, which is strange to me because Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum look like they're going to play over under 228.5. This line kind of stinks to me. What do you think? You buying into the Celtics?
Well, the Celtics have been playing really good basketball, right? And if you just look at who's been playing better lately, it's absolutely Boston. So I can see why a lot of people line up and go run to the window to bet them. That was my initial thought. But when I thought about it a little bit closer, I mean, this Heat team, they're right there in that mix with those other teams I named. They're 9th seed, tied with the 10th seed, 3 games behind the 5th spot. So a lot of motivation for them. And in their last game, they didn't come out playing the best, but at halftime, it looked like they just flipped the switch. They asked the players about it after the game, and Jaime Jaquez was saying, it was one of their, best half times. It was one of their better performances after, and he said that he credited Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo for, taking the lead. And when they asked Bam Adebayo about it, he said, we know what's at stake. Tyler Hero just said we stress playing harder and focus. So everybody knows the 6 games left, just about every game matters. So in a game like that, you have a Boston team who's playing at the slowest pace so far this year. A Boston team also who's coming off of a loss. And if you look at them this year, they play amazing defense when they lose a game. Their opponent team total is 18-6 to the under after a loss, 8-2 the last 10. Overall, the unders are 7-3 the last 10 after a loss. So I expect that from them tonight. You look at Miami in their last game, they'll do whatever they have to do to win. If they got to play zone because the defense isn't working, they will do it. Last game, they played 60% zone, and we know that slows the pace, disrupts rhythm and the normal shot quality or normal shots that the opponents get. So I like that the Heat have that in their back pocket. You also look at Bam and Hero played 40-plus minutes in their last game, third game in 4 nights. I would think that you would get less pace and just, more trying to conserve energy and execute well. The energy, most of the energy is going to go on the defense. So I think this total is too high. Miami's last 5 games were total 240 plus. This line is 228.5. I think they brought it down for a good reason, and I think it still stays under.
Skee, what do you have up for everybody today?
I don't have a package up for sale, but the play that I, have in my pocket, I did just give to you guys, and I'll be making more throughout the day. So there's a lot of different ways to get involved, whether it's the buy 3 days, get 3 free, the NBA playoffs plus regular season. If you look at my NBA going back to 2021, I'm up just under 210 units. So I mean, this is the time where I usually do good playoffs. So if you want to be involved, you can check me out over on WagerTalk.